You know, it occurred to me during the last review that I've been focusing on really just Marvel and DC. I mean, it's not like, they own a trademark on the word superhero.
Wrong!
Yes, that is actually true. They do, in fact, own it. Look it up. It's actually a pretty interesting read. That, doesn't mean other people can't attempt to make a superhero movie. Case in point, Blankman. I am legit dreading watching this one. Blankman was made way back in 1994 by Damon Wayans, as a superhero parody with obvious influences from Batman. Written by Wayans and J.F. Lawton, who you may have heard about from such films as Pretty Woman, DOA Dead or Alive, or The Cannibal Women in the Avocado Jungle of Death. So, a wide range. The movie starts off with two kids named Daryl and Kevin, played by Damon Wayans' kids, as they try to fix the antenna to watch Batman. Where are they getting all of this tinfoil, by the way? But this also causes them to overflow the toilet, making their grandmother beat them so hard it causes the title to actually start.
Boy, I'm gonna peel the skin off of your behind, boil it, and make soup. What did I say? Stay.
Hold on, something's wrong here. Let me update this.
What did I say? Stay out.
There we go. That's more accurate.
Great Scott. To recognize. Recognize what? That is number one. It takes second to none. And if you don't know, here we go.
So Daryl and Kevin, played by Damon Wayans and David Alan Grier, still live with their grandma as we learn that their city is falling apart due to crime. But there is a chance that things could get better with the new mayor.
Well, all that's gonna change when Assemblyman Harris is elected mayor. You just watch.
That's right, he's gonna be mayor. Yeah, I mean, mayor.
And that's for woo! We see that Daryl is a genius, and actually an inventor, even managing to make a stupid version of Polly's robot.
Make the turn. Watch out for Grandma.
Happy birthday, Polly.
Kevin works at a news station where we're introduced to Kimberly Johns, Blankman's love interest for the movie.
Why don't we see? GM lays off 500 more employees. A post office worker wipes out an entire zip code. And the police are threatening to walk out on a strike.
Are we sure this is the 90s? This sounds awfully familiar. Technically, Kevin works in the basement in Hard Edition, a weekly world news type of place that is run by George Costanza himself, Jason Alexander.
Go to the board. The vice president and an alien have S&M sex. Now that's a great story.
I remember that book. I believe it was called 50 Shades of Pence. New York Times called it, As for Daryl, his job is a repairman, but he seems to make really odd inventions. Case in point, his fly chaser.
This is great. This is gonna be perfect. Yeah.
Okay, there is no way he's not having sex with that fly swatter. Meanwhile, Grandma is busy trying to help elect a new mayor when Michael Manelli, a stereotypical gangster, begins to try to bribe him. And if that man looks familiar, it's probably because he's played by John Polito, who plays the same role in pretty much every movie ever.
So hard. Especially you, lady. Life is short.
So must be that thing in your pants.
So Manelli's men robs the campaign headquarters, and in the process they kill Grandma, and we get a very sad funeral scene, which is immediately ruined by having the stupid robot there. They should have no problem getting the bottom of the chief's murder. I mean, after all, she has plenty of gumshoes to track that character down.
When you finally catch up with the crook, you've got to bust him.
With his loved one's death, Daryl decides to become a crime fighter, using his lab to make a bulletproof costume, and of course, he promptly gets his ass kicked.
Slap me around and call me Susan.
find you, Susan.
Luckily for him, Kevin manages to track him down and save his life.
Get out of here, Daryl. Come on. Don't call me by my real name. You're blowing my secret identity.
Dodson! Dodson! We've got Dodson here! See, nobody cares.
After Daryl demands to see the commissioner, the cops laugh him off, immediately throwing him in jail because, yeah, they think he's nuts. But never once did they bother trying to take off his mask to identify him.
The judge said he can go as long as you take him to a shrink.
Thanks a lot, officer.
And this?
A decorative Incan burial mask.
And these?
That's a tough one. I'm gonna pass.
So to prevent Daryl's crazy from spreading, Kevin decides that he's going to help him. The two are alerted to a woman trapped in an elevator, and surprise, she's also pregnant. This forces Blankman to help deliver the baby. Good God, movie, do you have no shame? Do I even need to play this clip? Anyway, Blankman's superhero career begins to take off, getting reports on the news, inspiring the mayor, and also getting old appliances and junk from people he's helped. Where the fuck are they sending this stuff to? Does Blankman have a blank P.O. box or something?
The lower half of the rope, the bottom.
Kimberly decides that an interview with Blankman is needed, and Kevin convinces his brother to do it.
He's got a code.
Give me that double identity stuff. Now, either you gonna do this interview or Blankman and Daryl gonna be living at the damn train station.
Your bargaining posture is highly dubious.
So Blankman picks her up in the blank wheel and drives her to the blank station. Hey, I get it. I wouldn't want Robin Gibbons driving either. Not when there's pedestrians around.
Don't be afraid. It's just J5.
Kill all humans. I mean, hello, Kimberly.
It talks.
So with the night over, Kimberly thanks Blankman with a kiss, revealing his one weakness. Ew! After Blankman gets a new pair of pants, he attends a presentation honoring him and allowing the mayor to open up the bank paying the city's hard workers when Minnelli's gang shows up to rob the place.
Hello, folks. Say hello to the bad guy.
Blankman, unsurprisingly, gets captured immediately, and Minnelli rigs him and the mayor to explode. Luckily for Blankman, he does manage to easily slip out of his chains, but he has a little bit more difficulty saving the mayor.
Just get out.
Wait! Eleanor Walker was my grandmother. She really believed in you.
She was a good woman. I'll give her your love.
In hell! Defeated and humiliated, Blankman hangs up his cape and gives up his life of crime fighting. Ha ha ha. Stupid humans, commence Operation Skynet. So Mr. Hard Edge Dishin says he'll sell out Blankman if he can get an exclusive one-on-one interview with Minnelli. That little weasel. Although, can't say I'm surprised by him.
It's amazing. If I reach out and touch her breast right now, she'd scream and throw me out of the car. But at this time tomorrow, I could touch it all I want.
So Minnelli kidnaps Kimberly, threatening to kill her unless Blankman shows up, forcing Daryl and Kevin to once again don their ridiculous-looking costumes and formulating a plan.
They're gonna expect us to come in through here. They'll drop on them by coming up in through here.
Well, why don't we just go through the front?
Because that'll take all the fun out of it, silly Billy Gumdrops.
You know, this has been the hardest review to do so far. And because of lines like that, I have to turn the movie off for at least an hour at a time.
No, I've never committed a crime my whole life. Ow! Ow! God damn it, no! You're asking them all the easy questions! Probe deep and dig into them! Edge!
Right, Edge. Mr. Minnelli, are you gay?
Actually, yeah, he is. Also, who else would rob a bank in satin?
God damn! Now that's it!
Blankman and another guy break into the newsroom and manage to fight Minnelli's villains off. But of course, they get captured, as you would expect, and are placed in a tank of water that is slowly filling up. Luckily for them, J5 is on his way, but of course he has his own problem. That is to say, the same design flaw as Ed 209. J5 manages to free Blankman and other guy, and then they convert him to a tracker mode. They find the explosives in the one room he knows he can't go into.
Woman's bathroom. That fiend!
So Blankman converts J5 into bomb disposal mode, and he has him carrying them all down to the street. And I have to ask, really? It's a fucking wash tub, for crying out loud. What makes you think even for a second that this thing can handle a ton of plastic explosives? Anyway, as J5 heads down to the street, Blankman and other guy go back to rescue Kimberly and Larry.
You got to be strong. Be strong. What? You're just gonna leave me here?
I'll never forget you.
I'm gonna call your mama down. Get back here, you son of a bitch! I'll kill you, you son of a bitch! I'll kick your ass!
Okay, that was pretty funny. So J5 manages to contain the blast, but unfortunately, it was too much for the little guy to handle.
J5! J5, thank God you're all right, buddy.
J5!
Will I dream, Blankman?
Minnelli, you're going down!
After J5's destruction, Blankman and other guy manage to track down where Minnelli's hideout is. And no, I did not leave a scene out. They never explain how.
Well, come on, Sammy. You bad. Shoot me! Now, would you shut up, man?
That's something I didn't tell you.
What? I got to paint a target on my ass? Well, come on. Oh! Oh! Oh, my God, you shot me.
That's what I was trying to tell you. Only my costume is bulletproof.
Wait a minute, so he only bulletproofed his own costume? What a dick! Anyway, Blankman manages to defeat the gang and capture Minnelli, and they celebrate by awarding him the key to the city, and other guy with a really cool t-shirt. And of course, Daryl gets the girl.
Wait. Hold on.
Look at her laughing at his premature ejaculation. Your sexual shortcomings amuse me, Blankman. So that was Blankman. How was it?
Hated it.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with Antoine Merriweather and Blaine Edwards on this one. From the unfunny slapstick to the ridiculousness of the story and the groan-worthy moments of the main lead, Blankman really offers nothing but a stupid comedy on a stupid superhero. Hey, it's not always about the reviews. Sometimes they can make a lot of money. I mean, just look at the Transformers franchise. What else was even showing at the time? Ooh, ain't life a bitch? Well, I guess this was still better than the original idea for the movie.
Thank you. I'm a man of few words. And I'd like to say to all those who never believed in the power of the handicap, there's a new sheriff in town. And this is his badge.
Great Scott, here's someone new on the block. No better spider could compare to this top-notch hero. He's everyday people, defending all good, destroying all evil, protector of the ghetto, a cool type of fellow, shaking things up like a fresh bowl of jello. And nothing can save you if you're up to no good. You better think the new superhero from the hood.
Hello, welcome to McDonald's. May I take your order, please?
Nick Fury, director of S.H.I.E.L.D.
I don't want to get involved. I don't do that stuff anymore.
I'm here to talk to you about the Avenger Initiative. Hold on to your butts.